And all that coordination I have done. Somebody is in Gurgaon, they're towing people. From their coordination, I paid money. And when that person reached there, these people, no, don't tow it, and we will send somebody. Now I have understood that where I go regularly to service the car, and this Hyundai Trident and Hyundai Advait, they are totally different.
Yes.
And they wanted to tow from here to Rajajnagar. Actually, there is a shop here nearby. Everywhere confusion.
Okay.
My money will anyway go, but the problem is still there. I was thinking to go to the native place tomorrow. Now I have cancelled all that. But I am keeping my cool. Now this is the real test for me.
Yes, absolutely.
And yesterday AML conference and 3 interviews and hiring Shankar from other side NPS rating issue. Everything is a problem. So cool mind, I decided don't get upset, panic, anything. It may be for good only. Going through some time, and I could manage one after that, but car is still there. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all, every 15 minutes, one meeting nowadays. 30 minutes means a bigger meeting. That to three meetings. If you don't attend some meetings, it will be a big problem later on.
Yes. Yeah, that is always.
But this situation is a prarabdha, right? I just strongly assume that this is prarabdha.
The life what we have taken itself is prarabdha. See, whatever you are seeing now,
Yes.
whatever you are seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, is all part of prarabdha only. So you will be.
And somewhere it said, definition, prarabdha is like train, tracks. Train is we. Okay. And there we have freedom to go low speed, high speed, reverse and forward. That is free will.
Correct.
But prarabdha is a track. You can't come out of the track. If you are coming out, then finish all that, then just jump out of that. Then your prarabdha is over and you are in moksha. This is Ramatirtha's definition.
Yeah, the jumping out of track is nothing but not involving in anything. If you don't involve yourself in anything, then you have done what you are supposed to do. The body will end, okay, but your mind has ended the journey. See, there are 2 journeys. One is a mental journey, one is a physical journey. You cannot cut the physical journey because that becomes suicide, which will give you another birth. So what we need to do is we need to endure. So that is what titiksha is all about. You have to endure that pain and sorrow and lamentation, grief and all that which is going to come due to losing someone or having someone or whatever it is. That has to be undergone. Just like in the case of Lata, now it is her prarabdha to go and sit in Trivandrum, whereas her daughter prarabdha is different, her husband prarabdha is different. They are sitting in Bangalore while she is in Trivandrum taking care of her mother. So that is the prarabdha. That means she had to give something. So she is there. Now, she can die mentally, but physically she has to be doing whatever she is supposed to be doing. That means you have a free will to decide what to do with that ailing mother. So she can be in pain, she can choose to be in pain, that's a free will, or she can choose not to be in pain. But she cannot say that I will not be in Trivandrum physically. So she has to be there in Trivandrum, she has to cut the vegetables, she has to take care of the family.
So Lata reached Trivandrum because of the prarabdha related to both, right? Entire family.
Yes, absolutely.
But is it possible to avoid such prarabdhas with you?
No. You avoid in the mind, not physically. The problem is that we are attaching.
So physically people will be there. That means whatever is happening, if my car is there and it means it is a prarabdha. I can't do anything, right?
Yes, you can't do anything. So the car broke down and that is part of your... So having car is a prarabdha. So when you have a car, it is going to be working and someday it is not going to be working. which is part of the...
So there is nothing called worrying about those
Yes,
things.
yes.
If Lata is in the Trivandrum, she is there in Trivandrum. That's it.
That's it.
Don't think beyond that.
Yes, don't think beyond that. And now when she is doing something, she should not feel upset that I have to do all of these things. Because that is the prarabdha.
And then the other one, she, her mother, and her brother in US and other sisters. All this from the Atman point of view, it is same. Correct?
Yes.
That is a standard
Yes.
understanding.
Correct.
But only at the mental level, it's different, and physical level.
Yes. So if she wants to be in Brahman, she can consider everyone to be Lata.
Yes.
Then that's it. So there is no going, no coming. See, physical body is just like matter, any matter, right? You have
Matter is there everywhere. Yes.
so you don't have to attach that I am sitting in Trivandrum. What do you say, Lata? What is your comment? I'm talking about you only.
See, this is the time. It's very less for Lata.
That is true. See, for me, I feel when I sit in Trivandrum or sit in Bangalore, there is no difference in my mind. I'm not worrying over here what my daughter will be doing, how she will. Actually, she was also not well when I left. It was a tough choice for me to make. And she has refused to go to the hospital if I am not there around. Okay, so, but then she also told me that her grandmother needs me more than her now, so you go. So no problem. So it was a tough choice for me to make. But my choice was clear. I wanted to come here. But coming and sitting here, I'm not worrying what my daughter is doing. But I'm taking care whatever needs to be done. All that I'm arranging from here also. That is not, I'm not stopping that. But I'm not worrying in my mind. Same with my mother also. I'm not worrying in my mind. I'm just seeing and then trying to see how can I make her comfortable and what to. Sometimes she is kind of lost sense of time. And sometimes she say 1:30 in the morning she says, I want dosa. I go make and give her. I don't feel bad. She is making me get up in the night, and then afterwards she realizes, I'm sorry. And then it's okay. You are all right to ask me. I will give anytime you ask, whatever you ask. Only that's 2-3 days she ate something like that. So, but whether you carry that mental pain is your choice. I don't have that, what do you say, worry or anxiousness and tension and all. I'm just doing what that needs to be done. That's it. So I'm not sitting and worrying, okay, what my daughter is doing there, whether she is studying or not studying. And the only time I speak to her is in the night for some time. That's it. So she has also full-time class. I'm also busy in my office stuff. So that's the only time she talks in the night. So that's how it is.
Are you able to get that your earlier feeling, Brahman feeling, along with your mother when you are there?
Of course. Sometimes one night, sometimes I was lying down and then I feel that there's nothing. I can go to that state whenever I want. I don't know whether it's Brahman state, but somewhere close to that probably. I can go and I can also see all of them as GVs. And I don't see any fear anywhere here in my home. No fear at all. In any form. Neither in my mother, nor in my father, nor in my brother. My brother has also come. So, and not my sister. My sister is sad, that's it. She does not fear. So I don't see any fear here. So
this is the time, this is a very, very, crucial time to make our heart very strong.
Yeah. Correct. That's true.
I was just comparing my mother's state and now what you are going through. My mother's state, native place. Many people around her, and we are 5 sisters and 5 brothers, 4 brothers now. So the way she was getting the support, and also my sister's daughter, son is doctor. He used to come on daily basis if required, and he should take care. There are 2 doctors, 2 sisters. And from that point of view, the tension and pressure was much less compared to what you are going through now. Yours will be much higher compared to me. That
Personally,
many
for
people,
me,
it's very, very helpful.
yeah. Personally, for me, I don't see, because I don't see have that tension or anything. So there are 3 of us are there. My father is also there, and my mother is. There's no complaints for her. There's no what do you say? She doesn't say she's in pain. Nothing. So she endures, and I think she's thinking about Krishna always. I hope so. I keep reminding her. Now she is, even though she sits up and she doesn't say, when I say, "Are you thinking Krishna Arpanamastu?" she is not telling anything. So I hope she's like that. So there is no, even in the night also, there is nothing. If I am awake, if she wants to go to the bathroom, she says she wants to. Yesterday, I am the one who's sleeping next to her, but my sister keeps coming 1 hour. Every hour she comes and looks. And I didn't know. She has got up. Normally she's not able to get up and go by house. She was standing near that bathroom door. And my sister saw. I was surprised how she got up. So she will not trouble like anything, any way. So I don't see. It's very easy to take care of her. That's what I feel. And so I think 3 of us are sufficient. There's a lot of and then also the hospital also is ready to come and give home care support. The doctor has already told. That's to avoid as much hospitalization as possible. Only if an emergency is there, you bring. Otherwise, they'll send people here. So that's what they have told. So and on Tuesday, he has to go and take an injection. So we are just seeing whether those people can come here and take that injection. So that way, and all those doctors are also available via teleconsulting. Yeah. So. Even this is a different hospital. Even in my father's case also, we had gone to the hospital. So the doctors are very, friendly. So they tell my sister, even if it is not an OPD time, anytime you want, you can come. We'll look. So that way, then support is there. That way. I don't see that kind of an issue.
That is
and only because COVID, then we don't encourage anybody to come home. So nobody comes. Otherwise, there will be a lot of people coming and going. So now there's nobody, so they'll just call. Then they ask. My sister anyway will not allow. She's more stricter than me. That during COVID, my father has a COPD problem, so she doesn't allow anybody inside the house. So that way.
Yeah, that is all.
So that way.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I don't see any those kind of issues. At least I don't personally feel it. I don't see. I see acceptance everywhere. In all of us. So initially I was thinking it would be a different kind of an environment over here and all that. But then it is totally different than what I imagined.
But people around, close family, daughters and son, that gives good prana to mother also, right? When people are around.
Yeah, of course.
That energy will go up.
Yeah, correct. So
question to Vilas, from where that prana comes, Vilas? Is it from other people comes or within?
Within only.
It doesn't come from anywhere. It is from that person. That person feels comfortable.
That means unlock the energy because of the mind discomfort. It's happening.
Yeah. So Krishna uses that analogy, right? He says, mind itself is a friend and mind itself is an enemy.
Correct.
So everything is there in the mind. So the physical movement is there in the mind. If you stop the physical movement in the mind, you are done. There is nothing which will cause any concern to you.
Only problem my mother complains is she wants to walk by herself and go to the bathroom. That's it. That's the only complaint she has. Nothing else.
Which is really a valid complaint because she doesn't want to trouble anyone.
Correct.
Yeah.
Even then also we just take her and then she say, you close the door. Then we close the door. Even now.
Mm.
So she is very mentally strong person.
Yeah, only with that mental power only she is getting up.
Yes. She is not allowing the mind to fall off along with the body.
Yeah, mind must be strong because full life she has been doing all kinds of mantras and sutras and all that stuff.
Yeah. It is coming to use now.
Yeah, correct. Full time it was like from childhood I'm seeing her, so I know how she is.
So this is how we need to condition or recondition the mind from samsara to this, because when we are sick, automatically the pain will start in the mind, that why it happened to me. Just like what Bhatt was informing about the car, why it happened to me. And that is sufficient to break all kind of practices we had ever done in our life, meaning all these spiritual ones will just get wiped away in a second. And the worry will take over.
That is what the spiritual inadvertence is. That yesterday's shlokas,
Yes.
320 to 329 is all about that.
Correct.
How you will slip back
Yes.
in an instant.
Yeah, it just hardly takes a second and you are gone. All the
And
practice is gone.
that good simile he says about the one ball dropping down the staircase.
Yes.
Like that, the mind will slip off.
Yeah, and the ball is also gone and everything is gone along with that.
Yeah. And that too after getting self-realization.
Yes.
Can happen.
Yes. So even with self-realization, there is no guarantee that you will get liberated.
Correct. There is no guarantee. So you can still, it's enough that you think about it, or like chewing the cud, you keep that thought in your mind, and slowly then you will go to that. Thoughts will create desires, and desires will create action, and then gone. Everything is gone. So you shouldn't even think about it. It's that's the reason I don't think about the past, about what all my mother has done or anything, or in the future. Then you will feel, your mind will get lost. You will immediately feel the pain.
Yeah, absolutely.
This I recognized in June when I came to, that time she was unwell, she was in ICU that time. I recognized this fact. So I am not allowing. If you are in the present moment, then you can never be sad. But you think about your past times, or then also you think about the future, then you will immediately feel sad. You will not be able to control your mind.
Yes. It can be
So-
with anything. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Lata, go ahead.
Yeah, it can be with anything. So I can see that with my sister. She keeps telling me, oh, till that day she came to the kitchen, and after that she has not come. I got angry with her because she's doing some work and all that. So that's making her sad.
Yeah.
So you be in the present, and then this is what it is. And I can also feel that presence of, I don't know how to say, that presence. So that also I felt when I came in June over here. When I said I am not missing my mother when she was not at home. So that presence is there. So why you will not miss anybody.
Right. So they wouldn't, if you are in the present, there is no fear. Only
correct.
when we reflect on the past, the fear comes.
Correct.
So don't go and investigate the past, irrespective it is a good one or a bad one. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Because even
And don't investigate the future also.
we'll first start looking at the past and then try to plan for the future.
Yes.
And that is where the things becomes very insecure.
Correct.
Because I want to literally, what I can say, exist in the future. The way I think it should be. So there is always an anxiety of what is going to happen in the future.
Correct.
So I'll do a lot of planning that I will not do this, I'll not do that, and suffer as a consequence.
Correct.
So having money in the future is again a problem. Not having money in the future is again a problem. Did not have money in the past and I had to struggle is a problem. So presently you are happy, that is the only reality.
Yeah, that's the only thing which matters.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you are there in future or not there in future. Because there is no...
I know all the money cannot do anything for my mother. We have a lot of money.
Yes.
All of us.
Yes, you can't do anything.
Can we do something? No.
Right. But the foolish mind thinks that if I have more money, I can do a lot of things.
Yeah, correct.
Which is false. And it can see that others are suffering. So what the mind thinks is that I have taken care of my health, so I will not suffer.
There's no guarantee.
And another thing is that we buy insurance and we think that if we go every year to that checkup, health checkup, so we have done, so my body is perfect. So nothing is going to happen. This is all foolishness. What you are at present is what you are. So yesterday in the college I was saying to the students the same thing. What you are at present is what you are. You can't be anything in the future. You are never there in the past. So if you are unhappy right now, you are cultivating unhappiness for the future. If you are happy now, then you are cultivating happiness in the future. Because that is what gets manifested.
Yeah, the current moment will decide the next moment and so on.
Yes, that's absolutely right.
That is what exactly personality is.
Yes, absolutely. So, but yesterday I had been to an engineering college to deliver a small talk on motivation irrespective of condition. So that was the topic. Meaning, how should you be happy irrespective of any condition that appears? So I had done this last year when there was COVID to this engineering college, and then they felt very happy, so they called me again. This time offline. Last year I had done online session. So I had a good time with all of the students. So I wanted to cover that today in terms of two thoughts which always come. One thought is painful thoughts. That is the first thing which comes. And another thought is the thought of letting go of that thought, whatever you are holding. but both are thoughts only. This thought, the painful thought, is because in the past there was pain. So buying a vehicle is a pain, constructing a house is a pain, getting a job is a pain, and having a family is a pain, and a prarabdha itself is a pain. So you are carrying a pain with you, every one of us. So we remember the pain. You just see, in a day we would be only spending time on pain. So
That's perfectly true.
so there is no pain, no gain, right? So we literally work out on pain, never ever realizing that the pain is the one which we are seeking. So the next life is as painful as this life. If not more, it is almost the same. So I was telling them that you are unique individual. Each one of us are unique. So there is no thing called as same. You can give a number, percentage, and all of that. It is just a number. It is not you. So let us say you have to get distinction. From whose angle is this? From whose opinion is that? From somebody's opinion. Is that your opinion? No. You have no opinion actually. You do what you're supposed to do. And that's what is available with you. You don't have to do what others are asking you to do, because you will never do what others are asking you to do, because their prarabdha is different and your prarabdha is different. So your account beginning is different and somebody's account beginning is different. Okay, see now, taking my own example, yes, I have associated with ABB, but not as an employee. Okay, now you have so much of properties and other things with you, but I don't have. So if it is same, then we both should have the same thing, right? Or if we three of us are there, we three should have the same thing, same intelligence, same situation, everything should be the same. But if we see, none of it is the same. The situation, but what you are presenting on the car breakdown has not happened with me and Lata. So what you are enduring is what you are enduring, and what Lata is enduring in Trivandrum is what she is enduring, and what I am enduring is what I am enduring. So we three are three unique personalities. We might do some changes here and there, but the uniqueness of experience is the same. So even though you are seeing the same sunrise and sunset, and I am seeing the same sunrise and sunset, and Lata also same sunrise and sunset, but the experience what you have during sunrise to sunset is completely different than what I am experiencing or what Lata is experiencing.
Yes.
So even though the sunrise and sunset are the same, but the experience of that sunrise and sunset is totally different, because the happenings what is there for you in the day is totally different than what is happening for me. So there is no point in remembering the painful thoughts. So don't take eyes as yourself, ears as yourself, nose as yourself, tongue as yourself, touch as yourself, or body as yourself, and mind as yourself. None of that is you. And none of the six objects, Vishaya, are you. Meaning the sight is not you, the sound is not you, the taste is not you. And you can see it, it is not you. See, the car breakdown, what you are presenting, we know the car, but it's not our car to break down. So in Lata's experience of her mother is totally different, because you don't have your mother now, and neither I have mother. So we know what is a mother as a concept. But what she is undergoing, we cannot undergo. That means our prarabdha is different. That is, my prarabdha is different. Yours is different. Your wife's is different. Your children's are different. Same with Lata's daughter and her husband, and my wife and my son. So there is no my in the son or my in the wife. There is no my in myself also. You are just playing around with prarabdha. So it keeps on happening, whatever should happen. And tomorrow my mother-in-law is supposed to come. So she keeps on cribbing of all the events that has happened in her life, bringing out painful sensations. So I was telling my wife, don't get involved with that. Meaning, just like you would listen to a tape recorder or a stereo system, somebody has put some music and you like it or you don't like it, they're playing it. Just like doing this Rajyotsava day or Ganesha day or whatever day, they put the music all the day until the night. You can feel that your mother is going to keep on pouring herself with you till the night. That's all. That is your prarabdha. You have to listen to that lady. That is your prarabdha. My prarabdha is that I have to entertain, but I have an advantage that I can close the door and sit. So my prarabdha doesn't allow me to sit with her. Whereas in my wife's case, it is her own mother. So she can't close her door and sit. She has to give a ear and listen to all her pains. And she's in search of pain. That is another thing.
Other thing is, when one person is having pain, that person starts communicating. See, as soon as you say good morning to a person, your friend, daily basis.
Correct.
Immediately there will be, how are you? Next, that person will communicate back. I have some people, not good. And they will have so many issues only, family issues, all the issues.
Correct.
Then I feel that why is sharing that with me? If he shares with me every day like this, then we cannot discuss really projects in problems. So I used to think that why he's talking. Then I started giving him that input. Don't talk about your problems. Talk about what you can do for ABB. Then naturally now you forget about your problems. I have seen a good change. Otherwise always not good, father not well, mother not well, and then kids problem, some fracture. I have seen throughout the year this issue.
Correct. So many people.
So that means he is transferring his problem to me, or what exactly happened during that time? See, when I listen to him, my energy also goes low. Now I know that my energy will not go low after this spiritual practice. Earlier I used to go low, think that, oh, this guy is trying to now say problem. That means he will be on leave tomorrow. So tomorrow leave means equivalent to his job. It's upward delegation generally.
Correct. No, actually.
Then whatever my planned work will not happen. I have to do his work. Like that, so many things.
Correct.
So what happened during this time? I am taking his problem, right? If I am spiritually strong, then I don't have to worry. Let him talk whatever he wants to talk. Later on, if I am not showing interest to listen, he will not talk.
Exactly. That is what has to be done. See, the thing is, 95% or even more would like to pour their problems outside. It's like garbage. So there are 5 problems, but which can never be removed. First problem is the identity. This problem can never be removed. Identity means that I want to be identified as so and so. That is a problem. That is, should be identified as a best husband and a best father and a best mother, best brother, best employee, like that. This is identity. So this is called as identity crisis. So we are all in identity crisis. And we want somebody to say to us that we are good. After listening to our problem, the thing I want is a compassion or rather some kind of sympathy that I am facing all of this problem and yet working. That is the first thing, identity problem. Then the second is that there are a lot of stress related issues. Job is a stress, parents are the stress, and then you have relationship as wife and husband and children, and all of that is a stress. Sending them to school is a stress, paying fees is a stress, getting the proper job or work is a stress, and the proper project is a stress. So the whole thing is a stress. So after identity comes the stress. So I would love to move that stress to somebody else because I am stressful. The second one. And the third one, ambition. Every person is ambitious. You will not find one person who is not ambitious. Ambition here means to get what he thinks he should get or she should get. There's the third one. And the fourth one is a person gets excited by numbers. Sankhya. So some number has to be there. So when we come into ambition and number, everything is a number game. So we have quarter by quarter sales, quarter by quarter target, quarter by quarter this, quarter by quarter that, and growth, and everything is measured. So there is a problem of measurement because number means measurement, and ambition is translated as number. And ambitions, another word what everybody chooses to use is ownership, a sense of ownership of something. So I need to sense that tangibility of ownership, which is tangible means something that can be touched, and then when we say can be touched, numbers can be touched in the mind. So we are obsessive of numbers. And the fifth one is a general talk. Now in this comes movies, entertainment, politics, language, customs, traditions, country, blah blah blah. All that blah 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 is what is a general talk. So these are the 5 things what we have. This can never be removed. So starts with identity, ends with general talk. And these 5 taken together creates a personality for that person. And now we can call him as a person because he has all the 5 or she has all the 5. So he or she has identity, he or she has stress, he or she has ambition, she knows the number, and he or she is having general talk. Okay. Now the 5th one can be increased and increased and increased, called as knowledge. So we call that a general knowledge, then we call it as situational knowledge, and this knowledge and that knowledge, which are completely laukika, worldly. So these 5 things we pursue as happiness. But if somebody were to remove the identity itself, the remaining 4 things will drop off because they are never a reality. Stress is not real because the identity itself is not real. So the stress is also not real. If the identity and stress are not real, ambition is not real. If ambition is not real, then the number doesn't make any sense. If the number doesn't make any sense, then there is no need to have a general talk also. Actually, you're released if you do this much. Because all are false. This is what Jagat is all about. Mithya. So the pain is like what you mentioned, that somebody comes and says their problem to you because there is an identity crisis and there is stress and there is ambition and it affects his number, his appraisal will have a dent. And then there is general talk also about how much he knows about the project, what he has done and how he has done and all that. So he doesn't want it to affect. So he is bringing these problems to you because then you can have a sympathy towards him, that with all of these problems he is able to perform. That's all what it is. Is it convincing to both of you on what we do? That's what we keep on doing, that's all. A whole day gets spent in these 5 things.
All day unnecessary, we are wasting our time. That's what finally.
Yeah.
With all negative thoughts.
No, this will create the thoughts. Negative or positive, it doesn't matter. These 5 creates the thoughts for you. If you remove the identity, then there are no thoughts. To whom the thought has to come now? So this is what I was telling the other day, that you remove yourself and do what you are doing. You don't have to run away, become a sannyasi or this or that, or should you eat, shouldn't you eat. So we are going literally into that subject. It's not required. Remove these 5 things. You are done. You don't have identity view at all. Don't have personality view that I am this person. No. You are no person. That's all. Over. The remaining 4 will not have any existence. So there is no stress. If a person is there, then there is stress. And person is there only, then there is ambition. If the person is there only, then there is number. If the person is there, then only general talk. If the person himself is not there, where are the other 4? So I am out of illusion. So you do what you are supposed to do, just like what Lata said. Her mother is, she has to take care of her mother, she has to take care of her daughter, she has to take care of husband, she has to be with her father and 2 of her siblings. So she is there, that's all. That's her prarabdha, to be with them. See, now another general talk. If we say, oh, COVID cases have started to increase, now what happens? There is fear. Stress comes up immediately because that COVID is going to affect that person. And I don't want it to be affected. So I'll start thinking. Why people don't wear masks? Why this they don't do? What will happen? Whether third wave will come, if it comes, how deadly it is going to be. So future is now predicted. See, now they were saying that August and September will be very peak of the third wave. August came, it went. September came, it went. They said October it will happen. Now October came and went. Now they are saying November, December is very crucial. Who says what is crucial? It's just the 5th one. But that affects that personality. So now he is in stress. And his ambition will not work out. Because let us say I have to go somewhere, I have to fly out, or I have to go to office, or whatever it is, my ambition is dented. Because it's going...
Vilas, I need to drop. I need to give medicine to my mother.
Oh yes, no problem. Take care.
Yeah, please.
We can also drop off.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
Okay.
Okay, then we will all meet up on Tuesday.
Yeah, fine.
Okay,
Yeah, sure.
bye then.
Thank you. Okay,
Yeah, thank you. Bye.